kind of day one bride was hoping for as a woman is pulled over in Florida as she was racing to the altar, literally. An officer stopped a speeding car in Port St. Lucie last Friday that is. The car was going about 105 miles per hour in a 45-mile-an-hour zone. Now the woman in the passenger seat was wearing a white dress and was heading, guess what, to her own wedding. She must have been running late, huh?
Look at their faces. They're like looking up like, no, officer. Well, that's the bride's cousin who's actually behind the wheel there. The two were almost 15 minutes late and were around 10 miles from the courthouse. But the officer did let the two go, but he did tell the driver that he will have to appear in court at a later date. But can you imagine that on your wedding day that you're pushing it to make it to, you know, obviously I guess they're going to go to the courthouse. Yeah, but you were like running late.
You know how people, this is like when people say, oh, they're going to be late to their own funeral.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I know their hearts are probably racing and just very flustered, nervous, all of those emotions and trying to make sure they look their best and everything. So, and I'm probably sure when that car drove off, he said, well, see, this is why I told you to be ready. You know how men are.
Yeah, because like it's your wedding day. How are you late for that? But again, at least they were stopped because going that fast, they could have easily hit someone or killed themselves, something.
Right, and then it could have ended a lot worse than what it did. But you know, some people are late for their child's birth. You can be late for anything.
But I'm also kind of surprised that the officer did have to tell him he was going to go back to a court for a later date since he let him go, you know. But I mean, that is, you know, it is up to the officer's discretion whether he's going to give the ticket or not. But
and maybe he just didn't want to ruin something that's supposed to be happy and special for them. You know. Who wants to be walking in the courthouse flustered, you know, so.
But of course, this morning we're starting it off with nice, quiet conditions weather-wise and also so far on the roads, which is good news. But we are still just watching those river levels.